What if I told you ancient civilizations built machines and structures so advanced that even modern scientists are completely baffled? Today, we'll explore 5 incredible ancient technologies historians still can't fully explain. From ancient computers and mysterious batteries to stonework, even lasers struggle to match. Wait till you see number 5. It might literally rewrite everything we know about ancient engineering. Which of these ancient mysteries surprises you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments right now, and let's dive in. Number 1. The Antikythera Mechanism, a 2,000-year-old computer. It was the year 1901. A group of sponge divers off the coast of Antikythera, a small Greek island, stumbled upon what they thought was just another shipwreck. But what they pulled from the depths would end up shaking the entire academic world. Covered in rust, encrusted with coral, and seemingly unremarkable, the object soon revealed its shocking secret: a gear-driven mechanism over 2,000 years old. At first glance, it didn't look like much. But once researchers began carefully cleaning and analyzing it, they realized this wasn't just an artifact. This was a mechanical marvel. The Antikythera mechanism is now considered the world's first analog computer, built by ancient Greek engineers sometime around 100 BCE. And what it could do? Mind-blowing. This device tracked the positions of the sun and moon, predicted solar and lunar eclipses, and even mapped the movements of all 5 known planets at the time, with astonishing accuracy. It even had a dial to count down to the ancient Olympic Games. And remember, this was before telescopes, before calculators, before the entire concept of gears was widespread in Europe. Its intricate system of over 30 meshing bronze gears is so precisely engineered that even today's watchmakers and mechanical engineers are in awe. Some experts believe the level of sophistication wasn't replicated for at least 1,400 years, not until the astronomical clocks of the Middle Ages. So, how did the ancient Greeks build something so advanced, yet no other similar devices have been found from that period? Was it the product of one brilliant mind like Archimedes, or part of a forgotten technological tradition that was lost to time? That's the mystery. Even more fascinating, some of the inscriptions on the device are still being deciphered. In 2022, researchers using AI-enhanced imaging discovered instructions for its use, suggesting that it wasn't just a one-off experiment, but possibly a mass-producible teaching or navigation tool. Let that sink in. A 2,000-year-old device with moving parts, planet tracking capabilities, and scientific design that rivals modern technology, all before the fall of the Roman Empire. The Antikythera mechanism doesn't just make us question what ancient people knew, it forces us to reconsider how much of that knowledge has been lost, forgotten, erased by time. Still think ancient people were primitive? This artifact says otherwise. And we've only scratched the surface. Number 2. The Baghdad Battery. Ancient electricity. It looks like a clay jar. Just a small, unimpressive pot sitting in a museum. But don't let appearances fool you. This jar might just rewrite what we know about electricity. Discovered in the 1930s near Baghdad, Iraq, this artifact, now known as the Baghdad Battery, dates back nearly 2,000 years. Inside the clay vessel was a copper cylinder, and inside that an iron rod. Add some acidic liquid, like vinegar or lemon juice, and guess what? It produces a small electric charge. That's right, a real functioning battery, a mono from the ancient world. This blew scientists away. We weren't supposed to have working batteries until the 1800s, and yet here's a simple ancient device that performs the same basic function. The first time researchers tested replicas, they successfully generated up to 1 volt of electricity. But here's the bigger mystery. What was it for? There are no surviving texts or instructions to explain its use. Historians have theories, but no solid answers. Some believe it was used in religious ceremonies, possibly to deliver a divine shock that made rituals feel more powerful. Others think it might have been used for electroplating, coating jewelry or metals with gold or silver. That would be incredibly advanced for the time. Some even suggest it was medical, delivering small shocks to treat pain or illness, a kind of ancient electrotherapy. But again, these are just guesses. The real truth, we still don't know. That's what makes the Baghdad Battery so fascinating and so frustrating. It's proof that ancient people understood concepts of chemistry, conductivity, and energy in ways we didn't expect. But without written records, we're left with more questions than answers. Did they invent this by accident? Or was it part of a larger, now lost technology? Could there have been entire electrical systems that vanished with time? And if they discovered electricity? What else did they figure out that we haven't yet rediscovered? The Baghdad Battery doesn't just spark electricity, it sparks curiosity. It challenges us to look at ancient people not as primitives, but as brilliant problem solvers, capable of discoveries we still don't fully understand. Number 3. Sacsayhuaman stonework that defies logic. High in the mountains of Peru near the ancient city of Cusco sits a fortress that's not only visually stunning, but utterly baffling. Its name? Sacsayhuaman. Built by the Inca over 500 years ago, this site contains walls made of massive stone blocks, some weighing more than 100 tons. That's as much as a modern locomotive. Yet here's what stuns archaeologists and engineers to this day. These stones are cut with such perfect precision that you literally cannot slide a razor blade between them. And guess what? There's no mortar holding them together. It's called dry stone construction, but this isn't a pile of rocks. Each stone was uniquely carved to interlock with its neighbors like an intricate jigsaw puzzle. The shapes are irregular with odd angles and tight joints, yet they fit together so perfectly that the wall has survived multiple massive earthquakes, while nearby colonial buildings made with modern materials have collapsed. So how did the Inca do it? Here's the puzzle. They didn't have steel tools. They didn't have the wheel. They didn't have cranes or pulleys. And yet, they transported these megalithic stones from quarries miles away, moved them up a mountainside, carved them like butter, and fit them together flawlessly, all without power tools. Some researchers propose that they used a mix of stone hammers, copper chisels, and sheer manpower. But even then, it doesn't fully explain the perfect geometry. Other theories get wild. Sonic levitation, ancient advanced tech, help from an unknown lost civilization. Those are fringe ideas, sure, but that's how puzzling this engineering feat really is. And here's something you might not know. Sacsayhuaman wasn't just a military fortress, it was also a ceremonial site. The Incas believed it represented the head of a giant puma, with the city of Cusco forming the body. So not only was it structurally advanced, it was symbolically and spiritually engineered too. In other words, it was built with purpose, precision, and deep knowledge. And yet the exact methods remain a mystery. Sacsayhuaman isn't just a tourist attraction. It's a reminder that ancient civilizations mastered techniques we still don't fully understand. It forces us to ask, are we underestimating the intelligence of the ancient world? Maybe it's time to stop thinking of the past as primitive and start thinking of it as brilliant. Number 4. Ancient Egyptian drill technology, better than today? The ancient Egyptians are best known for their grand pyramids, golden tombs, and intricate hieroglyphs. But beneath all the sand and glory lies a deeper mystery that most people have never heard of. Drilled holes in solid granite over 4,000 years ago. Wait, what's so mysterious about a hole? It's how they made them that has historians and engineers stunned. At several ancient sites, like Abu Rawash, Giza, and Saqqara, archaeologists have uncovered granite blocks with long, deep, cylindrical holes. many with perfectly concentric spiral grooves like you'd expect from a modern high-speed drill. But here's the problem. Granite is one of the hardest stones on Earth. It has a hardness rating of about 6 to 7 on the Mohs scale. And the only tools the Egyptians had, at least according to mainstream history, were copper chisels. Copper is a soft metal. It can't even scratch granite, let alone drill deep holes through it. So how did they do it? Some theorists suggest that sand was used as an abrasive with manual hand drills. Others believe they may have had access to lost alloyed tools, or even unknown machinery that could rotate with incredible speed and force. A few engineers who studied these holes under microscopes said the pressure and rotation rate required would be difficult to match even with today's technology. Let that sink in. Modern tools struggle to match what ancient builders did with primitive tools. One particularly famous case is a piece of core drill, essentially a stone plug that was extracted from inside granite. The grooves along its surface aren't just smooth, they spiral at a consistent angle, suggesting a stable, fast-cutting motion. Not a slow grind, not a hand-wiggled chisel. It behaves like it was cut by a machine. And yet, we've found no machines, no blueprints, no written instructions, just the results. What does this mean? Either ancient Egyptians had a level of skill and technique we've completely forgotten, or our understanding of their technology is missing some very big pieces. This isn't just a hole in stone, it's a hole in our timeline, a gap in our story. A silent granite witness to an ancient genius we're still trying to catch up to. The pyramids may be the stars, but this ancient drilling mystery might be the most underestimated wonder of all. Number 5. Roman concrete, stronger after 2,000 years? Modern concrete is everywhere. Our bridges, roads, buildings, and dams rely on it. But here's the catch. Most modern concrete starts to crack in just a few decades. Some structures barely make it to their 50th birthday before needing major repairs. Now contrast that with this. Roman concrete has lasted over 2,000 years. Still standing, still strong, still holding its own against the test of time and even the ocean. Let's take the Pantheon in Rome. It has the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. Built around 120 AD, it survived earthquakes, floods, wars, erosion, yet it stands tall today. So, what was their secret? For centuries, scientists were baffled. Then, in recent years, researchers uncovered a shocking truth. The Romans didn't just get lucky. They had a superior formula, one that modern engineers are only now beginning to understand. The secret? Volcanic ash plus seawater plus lime. When Roman concrete cracks, the volcanic ash and lime inside react with seawater and form crystals that fill the gaps. That's right, it heals itself. The cracks literally seal up on their own over time. It's a chemical reaction called pozzolanic activity, and it's something we don't use in most modern construction. Why? Because the focus of the 20th century was on speed and scalability, not longevity. But now, scientists are racing to replicate this ancient mix. If we can bring Roman-style concrete into modern engineering, we could create roads, buildings, and infrastructure that last centuries, not just decades. Imagine harbors that rebuild themselves after damage. Buildings that become stronger over time. Cities that need less maintenance and fewer repairs. But here's the thing. We still don't fully understand all the mechanics of Roman concrete. We've got pieces of the puzzle in them, but the original builders left no manuals, no instructions, just the physical legacy of their work. And that's what makes it so mysterious. Roman concrete wasn't just practical, it was visionary. They weren't just building for the present, they were building for eternity. So the next time you walk past a crumbling sidewalk or cross a cracked bridge, remember, 2,000 years ago, someone mixed a batch of concrete so perfect, we're still trying to figure it out. And we still haven't caught up. From 2,000-year-old computers and electricity in clay pots, to earthquake-proof walls and mysterious drill techniques, to concrete that heals itself, These ancient technologies are real, and they're rewriting everything we thought we knew about the past. Maybe history isn't about how primitive our ancestors were. Maybe it's about how much we've forgotten. So let us know in the comments, which of these ancient mysteries blew your mind the most? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious, because history is packed with secrets waiting to be uncovered.